Thanks, David, for having me. Great to be here. Welcome to all of you. Great to have you guys here as well. On our session today, we'll spend about an hour together today. We're going to look at an intelligent indicator that can forecast and predict markets up to 3 days in advance of an anticipated trend. And we're actually going to apply this to the Fibonacci tool. We're going to look at how to spot trend reversals at key fib levels. So a lot of really great stuff to cover on our session today. Before I get into it, I'll just go over a quick disclaimer with you. Everything that I share today in our session will be educational. It's intended to be used as an information service. It will include opinions as to buying, selling, holding stocks and various securities. But just know that we're not investment advisors. We don't provide investment advice or recommendations directed to any particular person or in view of the particular circumstances of anybody. We don't accept responsibility for any decisions that you guys make in your trading. And anyone who subscribes to any of our services or anyone else who buys, sells, or holds securities should do so with caution and consult with a broker or investment advisor before doing so. All right, so I'll just give you a quick background on myself. Again, I'm Jeff Tompkins. I'm the Chief Investment Strategist of Altos Trading. I have over 2 decades of experience trading the stock options and futures markets. Received my professional training at Morgan Stanley as an intern at the trade desk back in the early 2000s. About 9 years ago, founded Altos Trading, where we currently have over 60,000 members in over 100 countries across the globe. I'm also a hedge fund manager, so I do manage money for my clients at Altos Capital. And some of the methodologies and strategy that I'll share in our session today are those that I deploy in my hedge fund. Since I've launched the fund, we've never had a negative year. We've had positive years every year. And I think this is a really unique opportunity to get kind of an inside look into the operations of a hedge fund and how I manage the fund using the various strategies. I'm also the founder and creator of the Zillion Signal software, which we're going to be looking at today as well on our session. So let's start out by digging into Zillion. So if you haven't heard of Zillion, Zillion is a unique charting and trading platform that offers tools that you can't find anywhere else. And we're going to go over what some of those are, look at some of the indicators, and how we can use these to actually forecast future market trends. Okay, so we're going to throw all the lagging stuff out the window. We're purely going to be looking at how to use forward-looking information to make more informed and accurate trading decisions. So this is really your roadmap to accurate trades. So I'll give you a little bit of background on what's included in the dashboard, and then we'll get over to the platform and we can start taking a look at how to apply this, specifically using the Fibonacci tool. So we're going to apply one specific indicator in conjunction with Fibonacci. And this indicator, which is called trade trend, gives us accurate buy and sell signals up to 3 candles in advance of the trend. So again, it's designed to give us forward-looking information and eliminate the lag that unfortunately comes with most indicators. It also includes a trailing stop level. So it helps us manage trades. Once we get into a position off of one of the signals, the algorithm will calculate and print a trailing stop level based on actual current market, the current market environment. So it can help us predict short and long-term trends with really astounding accuracy, as you'll see as we get over to the charts here momentarily. It can be applied to any asset class: equities, ETFs, futures, Forex, even crypto, whatever you guys like to trade, as well as any time frame. So if you're like me, I do most of my trading is swing trading. I do most of my analysis off of daily charts, but this can be applied to intraday timeframes as well if you guys day trade. Our indicators don't repaint. If you're not familiar with what that means, it means that unfortunately a lot of indicators out there will do this, where you'll look at signals on a chart from the past, so historical signals that look great in hindsight. But when you go to use the indicator in live market environments, you don't get the results that you would have expected. And this is often due to repainting, which means that the indicator will print a signal on the screen, and that signal will change based on future market action. So it's really critical that you have something that does not repaint and actually gives you an accurate signal. And that way you can actually confidently look back on the chart and know that had you taken that trade, those were the results that you would have seen. It also helps us catch most of the trend before it reverses. It's designed to limit losses and let profits run. Like every other strategy out there, there are going to be losing trades. But in order to have a positive trade expectancy, which if you're not familiar with, I encourage you to look up. You can just Google trade expectancy, trade expectancy is probably the best way to Google it. And there's a formula for it. So all of our indicators and strategies that we use have positive trade expectancies, which means that if you execute the strategy over the long term, it has a statistical edge to make money. Now, it can also be used with any other indicator or system for added confirmation. So in our session today, as I mentioned, we're going to be applying this predictive algorithmic indicator that gives us buy and sell signals up to 3 candles in advance of a forecasted trend to the Fibonacci indicator. And when used together, these are really a powerhouse that can help you accurately identify major turning points in markets. It can help remove the guesswork from your trading and investing. So we'll dig into some of the tools that are included in the Zillion dashboard. Again, it includes advanced trade signals. So these are signals that you won't find anywhere else that can help us identify market moves up to 3 candles in advance. Okay, this is the trade trend indicator. It also includes a divergence cloud indicator that can help us filter out signals. It can help us weed out some of the signals that aren't as favorable and tell us whether there's bullish or bearish divergence occurring. It includes advanced entry notifications, so you don't miss a signal. Extra precision by requiring market move to follow through. I'm going to dig into this a little bit deeper, but it's one of the core powerful features of the indicator, in that if you've ever gotten into a trade or an investment and then almost immediately had it reverse against you, right? And you started losing money almost off the bat, this can help us avoid that. It also, as I mentioned, includes adaptive trailing stop logic. So this can help let our winners run and close out our losing trades early before they get worse. So we've really built a top-down market analysis into this tool. It includes expert commentary, so I'll post major upcoming market events. I'll talk to you a little bit about our live sessions. This will all be found in the expert commentary section of the dashboard. You can review the market at a glance. You can look at the sentiment, sector performance. Again, we'll look at this here momentarily. You can look for stocks or other asset classes with advanced charting and signal scanning. So it's a really powerful top-down analysis tool. And it lets you take advantage of one of the biggest, best charting platforms out there, the TradingView platform. You get the whole charting library. You get access to the trade trend and divergence cloud indicators. Again, those are indicators we're going to be using in our Fibonacci analysis today. But it has over 300 built-in indicators. Okay, you get drawing tools. You can take screenshots. You can annotate on your charts. And these are all saved to your account. Okay, so I'll show you guys how you can do this. We also have broker integration built into the Zillion dashboard. So you can integrate currently with Tradier, Thinkorswim, or TradeStation, and we're continuously adding new brokers. So you can actually place trades right out of the dashboard in your broker account. You can get real-time data from your broker. It's all ported over. You can even see your open positions and load any symbol that your broker offers. Now, we're going to talk about the advanced trading panel for placing trades directly in Zillion here momentarily. But you can use any type of order that your broker would otherwise allow: market orders, limit orders, stop orders. You can set stop loss and profit targets. And again, you can view all your orders, positions, and balances directly in the dashboard. Now, we're also going to be looking at the scanner. So when we identify some of these opportunities and we want to apply them to Fibonacci levels, okay, it would be a huge amount of work to have to manually go through all of these to find opportunities. So we've built in a really powerful scanning tool. Okay, and this is not like your plain old scanning tool that you might find in a broker platform. It actually scans for signals that have been proven to be profitable. So we're going to look at profit factor. We're going to look at statistical analysis by day. It can actually tell us what day historically is the most profitable day to take those signals on any specific symbol. A lot of really cool stuff, and it'll rank and sort all of these for us. So it really eliminates a huge amount of the legwork that we would otherwise have to do. We can create our own custom watch lists, scan for intraday entry signals. We can, again, select between time frames, depending on what your trading style is, if you're an intraday trader or more of a swing trader or an investor. You can quickly review your portfolio. And I even post my own custom watch list. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that as well. You can set up alerts as well. So we have a built-in alert system. So when you get a buy or a sell signal, it will immediately email you an alert on any symbol that you have in your watch list. Okay, so you can then go in and identify the signal and determine whether you want to place a trade off that signal, which is very handy, especially when we're using it with Fibonacci. I'm going to get into this a little bit more as well. This is our advanced statistical tool that, as I mentioned, actually will tell us historically the best day to place trades on whatever the asset that we're trading is. That could be a cryptocurrency, it could be a Forex pair, it could be a stock, whatever it is, it customizes the analysis to that asset and tells us the best day to trade. And it also breaks it down by long, short, and all trades if we were just to take every single signal. And it gives us a whole analysis of that specific ticker. It's a really cool feature as well. So we're going to start to get into the dashboard here. We're going to look at market navigation, how we've made it a lot easier, and then we're going to look at applying the indicator to Fibonacci analysis. So let's go ahead and get over and do that. I'm just going to toggle over to the Zillion dashboard here. Hopefully you guys can all see the screen here. I'll just give you a quick rundown again. I already gave you the background and all the features in there. Now we're going to look at a lot of the benefits that come along with these. So I mentioned the commentary and events. This is where you're going to find, let me actually see if get my drawing tool up here. So this is where you're going to find any major market events that may be coming up. We also post our live weekly workshops here. You can join those. I'll be letting you know how you can get access to those as well. We hold those every Tuesday evening. You have a quick glance at what the major indices are doing, okay, at the top of the dashboard. So it breaks it down by short, medium, and long-term trend. You can actually hover over these, and it will tell you how many days that trend has been in place. So you can see that over the past 2 days, the Qs have been in a downtrend. So quick way to see kind of what the broader markets are doing. Then you have your market sentiment. So this is also a quick way to see what the overall risk in markets is. We have a gauge that tells us that pegs where the overall risk is in broader markets, the overall trend, and the buy-sell ratio. So this is an interesting feature that tells us, it aggregates all of the symbols in our database, over 5,000 symbols, and it looks at the pending buy and sell signals and tells us, do we have more sell signals or buy signals? And that can help us gauge sentiment. So right now you can see it's pegged 22% on the sell side. So that indicates more bearish sentiment in markets. We have more pending sell signals based on the algorithm. You can also quickly see what the top performing and underperforming sectors are. Okay, so right now we have real estate, consumer staples, and consumer discretionaries as our top performers. And you can see energy, communications, and technology are kind of getting hammered at the moment, right? And then coming down here, we have our scanner. Okay, so this is where you can go ahead and run scans. You can pull up your watch lists. As I mentioned, I post my personal watch list, what I'm currently watching or trading right here in the dashboard. And these are all sortable. So you can sort by price, volume, pending buy and sell signals, triggered buy and sell signals, divergence cloud, which we'll look at a little bit as well. Profit factor, so I'll be talking about that, but essentially profit factor is if you took every single buy and sell signal from our algorithm, going back 5 years, would it have been profitable? If you took every single trade and managed it with the trailing stop, and a profit factor of 1 or greater tells us that over 5 years, and likely somewhere in the hundreds of signals, you would have been profitable. So a profit factor of 1 is good. It tells us that there's a positive expectancy and you can expect to make money over the long term if you had taken every one of those signals. Anything above 1 is very good. Anything above 2 is fantastic. And anything above 3 is magnificent. So you can see that we can actually sort and select the symbols we want to take signals off of based on profit factor. And then we have charting. So we're going to get into charts and start talking about Fibonacci here in just a minute. So let me go ahead and expand this chart. And I'll just show you, it has the whole suite of indicators. So you can, again, there's somewhere, I think, over 500 indicators in here. It has drawing tools, so you can select your fib retracements right here, and then go ahead and expand the chart. Let me clear out these annotations there. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the signals, and then we'll look at how we can apply this to Fibonacci. So this is just the chart of Micron Technology. Okay, it's a daily chart. And you'll notice a series of buy and sell signals on this chart. So I'll talk a little bit about the symbology, and then we'll start looking at Fibonacci. Now, oops, sorry about that. Let me escape out. There we go. Okay, so there's actually an open signal on sell signal on Micron at the moment. So let's just hone in on this one. We can talk a little bit about the symbology and how to interpret this. So first, let's look at the pending signal. So I mentioned the trade trend indicator is designed to give us forward-looking predictive analysis of a future trend by telling us whether the algorithm expects that asset to go up, to go down, and where to get in. Okay, and that's going to be the white diamond that you see. So this is simply an algorithmic forecast. It's designed to limit the lag or remove it and tell us where the market is likely going. So if we see a white diamond above a candle, that forecasts a down move in the security, but it's not an indication to get into a trade. This is simply the forecast. So when you see this, and I'll just hop back out of the chart here real quick, you're going to see up here at the top in the main dashboard the suggested entry price. Okay. So as I mentioned, there's a signal open right now, but notice how we'll go back and look at it. It's suggesting to enter short. This is a sell entry at 96.75 if Micron trades down to that price. Okay, because when this pending sell came in, Micron was trading above 96.75. Okay, so let's go back to this signal and take a look at what that means. So on August 26, okay, we got that pending sell. The entry was down here below the candle. Okay, so the stock had not yet come down to that price level. The next trading day, August 27th, it did. So we got a confirmed entry. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of our session, where we don't want to just jump in a trade on a forecast. We want to wait for the follow through. Okay, and so this is what the algorithm is designed to do, is tell us, okay, the algorithm forecasts a down move in the security, but it could also reverse, right, and go the other way. So we don't want to just get in a trade. We want to wait for the follow through and confirmation, okay, into that price level that we just looked at in the main dashboard. And there it is. So we get it the next day. Okay, now we're off to the races. Micron's selling off. That's our confirmation that we got in on August 27th if we were to take a trade off this signal. So this is now a confirmed signal. You'll then see a series of horizontal red dashes or lines. Okay, these are our trailing stops. So the algorithm's actually reading the price action, the momentum, the trend direction, all in real time with no lag, and telling us, based on all of those factors, where we should place our trailing stop. Notice Micron is kind of stalled out down here now near the support level around 80, 84, 75, 85. Notice how the trailing stop algorithm has identified that, picked it up, and tightened up. So it's not far above today's closing high, right? Market's just closed. So it's suggesting that, Micron may, in the near term, rebound to the upside. So we want to protect open profits. But this is a nice little sell signal, right? That's how the symbology works. And it's just the opposite for a buy signal, right? There was a couple other sell signals on the way down here. Notice this one came in right at the top before Micron really tanked and was trading up above 150. Here was a buy signal. So this one actually gave us 3 days of advance notice. Here was the forecast on June 5th. We didn't get a follow through into the suggested entry price level. That would have been up here above the high of the candle. On June 6th, we didn't get it on June 7th, but on June 10th, that would have been the next Monday, we traded up into the suggested entry price and we're off to the races. There's another nice little buy signal. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out. We're going to start looking at Fibonacci. Okay, so Fibonacci, this is where it gets really interesting and exciting. When we apply it with the predictive buy and sell signals, it can really give us a tremendous edge. So let's talk just a little bit about what Fibonacci is. I know this is kind of a theme of David's event, and so you may, if you've been on other sessions, this may have been presented, but just want to give you a basic background of what it is and the prevalence of it, which is really incredible. So it's basically a series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. Okay, so like, you start out with 0, 1, 1. You start adding these up, to the previous number, you get 2, 3, 5, right? 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. Yeah, 8 plus 3, or sorry, 8 plus 5 is 13. So that's going to be the next number. So that's how Fibonacci works. And it's used widely in mathematics, okay? So it's also prevalent in nature, which is interesting. So if you look at like the number in ratios in a sequence in nature, like petals on a flower or leaves on a stem, or even a pine cone, you can find Fibonacci everywhere. So at one point, there was the idea that why not apply Fibonacci to financial, assets? Does it actually work? Well, it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. It can work. So when we apply it in technical analysis, what we do and how it's created is we take two extreme price. We're just going to stay on this micron chart. We'll hop over to another one here momentarily and take a look at some others. But we take two extreme points on the chart. Okay, so like we could take this high from back in June, and we can take this low from early in August. Okay, those are two obvious extreme points. And when I use Fibonacci, that's typically what I look for. I look for very obvious major swing points. Okay, so that's step number one. Now Fibonacci then you divide the vertical distance of those 2 points, right? So this high and this low, and then the Fibonacci indicator uses ratios. So it uses 23.6, 38.2, 50, 61.8, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to momentarily dive into the significance of those and where we want to actually look for trades. But the next step is, once we've identified major swing points in an asset, we want to, and this part is simple, which way did it go? Well, in this case, it was a move down, right? So Micron topped out a little below 160 up here back in June, and then bottomed in early August around 84. Okay, so that was a down move in the security. Okay, so those are the first steps, and that's going to help us draw the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take that Fibonacci tool and start. Let's see, there we go. Start up here at the high that we identified and go down to our low. And I'll just extend this out so you can see. Okay, so we've just simply drawn from high to low, and we know that the trend was down. Now, trends don't go in one direction forever. They eventually retrace, and often they'll retrace and then continue in the initial direction. Okay, that's what's happened to Micron on this sell signal. So what we want to do is look for the retracement and then get an opportune entry for a continuation of the trend. But in order to do that, and a lot of people will blindly just take a trade at a fib level. We're going to apply the trade trend indicator at key levels. Okay, and there's actually one on this most recent sell signal on Micron. So what we're going to look for, okay, so on the left, we have our fib levels, right? So this is the 23.6, the 38.2, the 50, the 618, the 786. All right. And the nice thing about the dashboard here is it color codes those so you can very clearly see the zones that these coincide with. Now, we've identified a down move in Micron. That means that we expect an upside retracement and a continuation. So the zones that we want to look for the retracement to occur start at the 23.6. Okay, so that's going to be this line right here. And we'll take them all the way up to the 786 if we get a retracement up that high. But the real, let me get a different drawing. There we go. The real opportune zone here is right between the 23.6 and the 618. So if we can get a sell signal in this zone from the trade trend algorithm, we've got a nice high probability trade for a continuation of the downtrend. And so notice that this signal we just looked at, this pending sell signal back on August 26, was right off this 236 level. Okay. Micron actually retraced almost up to the 382, which is great. That's fine. We didn't get a sell signal off the 382. We got it off the 236. What we want to look for is simply a sell signal somewhere in this range. Okay, so Micron could have retraced all the way back up to the 786 and then rotated down into the 618, and we could have gotten a sell signal up there, for instance, just to say hypothetically. That would have been great as well. We just want that sell signal to occur somewhere in this fib zone. Okay, and there it is. And there's our high probability short signal on Micron. Let's take a look at, let's clear this out. And we can go ahead and take a look at like a buy signal. I'll just go back here. All right, so here's another obvious high, low and obvious high. Okay, so we have some nice little interim signals here in the context of this move right here that we're going to look at. Nice buy signal down here, sell, buy, sell. Okay. Now, if we wanted to trade this trend, let's draw a fib. So now we're going to do a bullish fib. Okay. And we'll just start here at this low and go up to the high that we identified. Okay. And I'll just extend this out again for you. So what we want to look for is a retracement. So we've done step 1 and 2, right? We've identified the low and the high. We have identified this is an uptrend. So we expect a downside retracement. And by the way, this is also great for counter trend trades. So notice how we had this nice sell signal up at the top before the retracement. We can trade that down into our fib zone. Okay, but ultimately for the bigger move, we're looking for the retracement and a buy signal in that fib zone. So again, that resides within the 236. And ideally, we want to see it within the 236 and the 618. We're okay with it going down to the 786, and then retracing back up into that. We'll call this the buy zone. Okay. And then taking a signal. But we want to really look for signals in here. So here's our pending buy. Okay. Again, that just is our warning signal. That's telling us the algorithm projects Micron's going to move up, and the entry would be right above the high of the candle. And we're just going to go ahead and if we want to take a long signal or a long trade off this signal, enter a buy stop order with our broker. So we use a buy stop. Okay, that's a buy stop order. And simply wait to see if we get follow through into that level that the algorithm identified. Okay. Well, we did, not the next day. So we had to wait a day, right? We actually got a big gap down on the following trading day. And then we traded back up. And it wasn't till the next trading day that we traded up into the suggested entry level. And there's our nice up move right out of that fib retracement zone. Okay, nice bullish move. Okay, traded up into this resistance. And I like to keep the fib on the chart for the duration of the trade. So as long as I have the trade open, because this can also serve as resistance, right? The high here, sure enough, it did. And trade trend told us to go ahead and sell right there as Micron stock started to chop around sideways. It then broke out. We got another 3 days of advance warning here on this buy signal in early June and a resumption of the uptrend. Okay, then we get a sell signal. Again, this is just a forecast. Okay, and this does not repaint. This is exactly what you would have seen on the chart back in the middle of June. There is a triggered entry, and there's the huge move down. Okay, so now we're back in the fib zone. So interestingly, I want to point something out and how this because it can help you stay out of bad trades. Because often people just, let me clear that one out, use Fibonacci and enter blindly on a retracement level. So like if we took this, we'll just go from this low back here again, okay, up to the high, right? So that's a big uptrend in the stock. And if we go ahead and draw our fib tool there, well, we came down. Okay, here's our 50% retracement. And a lot of fib traders will go ahead and buy into the stock at that 50% fib level, or maybe they'll buy in at the 618 level. Okay, we actually got a pending buy signal there, but no follow through. So notice there's no, when you get follow through into the suggested entry price, you get a confirmed buy. So null signal, never triggered. But what did happen is we got a sell signal up here in this fib zone, where probably a lot of traders were buying on that 50% retracement. But we would have been the wiser ones, knowing that the algorithm tells us there's a pending sell with an entry just right around that 50 level and a big down move in the stock. So it could have kept us out of what might have otherwise been considered a temporary 50% retracement in the context of a broader uptrend that was then going to resume, but didn't, and continue lower. So this is the critical nature of using the trade trend indicator in combination with Fibonacci, and why it's so powerful, because we can actually combine these two tools, these two indicators, to make more informed and accurate trading decisions. This can all be done on intraday charts as well. So our dashboard, again, allows you to do intraday timeframes. Let's take a look at another. We'll go over to the XLK, the tech sector ETF, and take a look. And I mentioned there's a divergence cloud as well. So the green cloud that you see shaded here on the chart indicates bullish divergence, where we'd want to look for buy signals. The red indicates bearish divergence, where we'd want to look for sell signals. Okay, so this is another really cool feature that's built into the Zillion dashboard, which, again, by the way, I'll be letting you know how you can get access to this here in just a little bit. But let's take a look at how we could do some fib analysis on these. Okay, so we got some really nice accurate signals near the tops and bottoms, right? We have this is just using the indicator by itself without Fibonacci, but we got a nice buy signal down here near this bottom. We got a buy signal continuation. We got a sell signal for the little retracement here. We got a buy signal for the continuation. We got a sell signal at the top, huge down move, buy signal that didn't trigger. Then we have a downside continuation, another buy signal, and then a sell signal, okay, up here later in August. So let's look at this sell signal and apply Fibonacci to it and see where that. I haven't actually looked at this one, but I'm just kind of winging this at the moment. But let's take a look and see what Fibonacci would have told us here. So if we take our identified high, again, this is from back on July 11th, extend it down to our August 5th low. We'll just extend that out there. Okay. And then let's identify our fib zones again. So we're going to use the 236, 382, 50, 618, and 786. This one retraced quite a bit back to the upside. And we actually got a sell signal right down near our 618 level. So the low of the candle is actually, in fact, if you can see that, it's literally right on that 618 level. So here's our pending sell from back in August. So the white diamond above the candle. And sorry, maybe I didn't clarify that well enough, but a white diamond above the candle is a sell. A white diamond below the candle is a buy. Okay, so that's how you know whether here's a sell. Okay, so in this case, this sell, pending sell, the candle low was right on the 618 level. That's right in our zone if we get a trigger, because our triggered entry is going to be below the low of that daily candle. And in order to get filled on a trade, we would need XLK to come down into that suggested entry level. Sure enough, it did. In fact, the very next day, we got a gap down and then an intraday reversal back up. It looked like this was going to reverse off the 618 level, but the algorithm got it right. Okay, then we got the continuation starting the next trading day. and XLK really sold off here. So this is a great example of a pending sell with an entry that would have been right in our 618 to 236 zone, and a really nice move down. Now the trailing stop is now down here around, looks like right around 211.50 or so. Okay, with an entry all the way up here. So nice move to the downside. And we can use that trailing stop to help manage the position. We can also use the Fibonacci levels because they can serve as support. So notice how this candle here that came down into the 382 level. Okay, see how we found intraday resistance, support there? And then notice how we are starting to, over the course of a few trading days, just kind of trade around this 382. And then we get an volatility expansion back to the downside. We didn't quite come down into the 236, but pretty close, right? So, and I like to really look at these more as zones and a very specific, that would be right at the 202 level, very specific level. And then we get an upside reversal. So often these serve as support, and now we're back above the 382 level. Okay, so this might indicate if I had taken a short position off of this signal, off the sell signal, an opportune time to maybe take profits or lock in profits or move my trailing stop to mitigate any risk I would have in the trade. Okay, so that's an example on XLK. Now let's look at a few other things here real quick in the dashboard. Oops, let's clear those out. And I'm going to zoom out of the dashboard here real quick. Take this off. There we go. All right. So let's look at the scanner, and then we're going to look at the statistics because there's something else we can add into this this combo of Fibonacci and trade trend forecasted signals to really make it powerful. So I'll just reference the scanner here and look at a couple of the signals that we have coming up. So these are pending sells. I just sorted by pending sell. You can notice that here. Let's see. Let's look at Larimar Therapeutics. Okay, so if we go over to Larimar Therapeutics, this one actually triggered today. So this one just triggered. And then I'm going to click on the statistics tab. Okay, so this is where I was talking about not only does it give us a forecasted buy and sell signal, but it also tells us the most opportune day to trade the signal historically. It gives us the net profit if we just traded 100 shares of the stock on every signal. It tells us the profit factor, the winning trades, losing trades, win percentage, all of these things that are built into a positive trade expectancy. All right, so like on this stock, LRMR, we can quickly see at a glance, we're going to look at net profit. If we had taken a trade off of every single signal over the past 5 years off the daily chart, again, you can obviously look at these look at different assets. It's all customized to the specific asset. We look at the net profit, and we can actually break it down by long and short trades. And that's shown on the chart here. So let's just look at long trades. So it looks like Larimar is more suited to long trades, probably because of the stock tends to go up over the long run. And so if we bought 100 shares, so we're not looking at shorts. So if we just eliminate any sell signals and just buy shares of the stock, anytime we get a buy signal, we buy 100 shares, we'd have a profit of $142,828 if we took 76 trades. Okay, 76 trades over $142,000 in profit. That's pretty dang good. That's a won't do the math in my head, but a pretty big per trade profit factor. But let's dig in even a little deeper here. So here's what's really cool. If we look at trade performance by weekday, okay, this tells us, broken down by day of the week, which signals are most profitable. So every asset has its own personality, its own style, its own behavior, and things like seasonality and other factors make it more opportune to trade based on specific periods of time. So what we can see here with Larimar is that on Friday, that is the most opportune time to take long trades. So notice here, it's actually the most opportune time to take all trades. That's the bar just to the left here. But if we're going to take long trades off of all the buy signals, we're better off just to take those that come in on Fridays. Okay, that would actually increase our overall profit factor. We only took trades on Friday. So maybe I want to add Larimar to my watch list and set up an alert signal to notify me on Fridays if a buy signal comes in. I just show up on my computer, place my trade, run my fib levels, and I'm off to the race. So that's the trade statistics by weekday. We can look at another one here real quick. Let's look at this BlackRock Muni. All right. This is BlackRock Muni. And let's take a look here. So looks like a very profitable symbol. It has a profit factor of 2.43. That's excellent. If we only took long trades, there's our profit potential. If we only took short trades, there's our profit potential. Looks like short trades on this symbol actually do a little bit better, but both profitable. And once again, we can then go over to our trade performance by weekday and determine, maybe some of us don't want to short shares of a stock. We only want to, take long positions. So maybe we want to just look at long trades. Well, if I do that, I see that Monday and Wednesday are historically the best days to take long trades or buy signals on MUJ, BlackRock Muni. Okay, so I can put this in my watch list, set up an alert, tell me, when I should be placing buy trades when a buy signal comes in on a Monday or Wednesday. Okay. In this case, you could really trade every day. You could take a signal on every single day. It looks like Thursday buy signals, while they're still profitable, aren't real profitable. So maybe I want to eliminate Thursday. Thursday, for some reason or another, tends to do well with short trades. And then I can take them on Friday. But I could take them every day, every single day, every signal over the past 5 years has reduced a positive or profitable outcome, taking every single signal on BlackRock Muni. So that's the statistics by weekday. And again, when we use this in combination with the Fibonacci and the trade trend indicator, it's an incredible powerhouse that can really help increase the accuracy and profitability of our trading results. All right, so that's the Zillion dashboard. It's all on one page, very simple. Again, you have broker integrations. We're continuously adding new brokers. You have the markets at a glance, so you always know what's going on in the market. A powerful scanner that can help you find pending buy and sell signals. Again, unlike most indicators, these signals are forecasts. They're not lagging to where it's already too late to get into the trade. And so, you can, let me just pull up another chart here and I can show you just high level overview. I'll go over to NVIDIA, the incredible accuracy of our forecasted signals. I'm just going to zoom out here a bit and let me configure this. Okay, so I can go back on this chart a really long way, but notice at major turning points in the stock, the accuracy of the buy and sell signals. These, again, do not repaint. So at every turning point in this stock, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You can see at all of these major turning points, and even in trend continuations, you're getting very accurate forecasted signals in advance, up to 3 candles in advance. So that's an example on NVIDIA. This is a daily chart we're looking at, by the way. And then you get the divergence cloud as well. So there's several really powerful tools here that when you combine with Fibonacci can give you some pretty incredible and accurate information to place more consistent and reliable trades. So it can help you spot the trend. It spits out incredible opportunities, which I'm going to share with you as well. We send these out to our members every week. And what I do, so on Mondays, after the market closes, I run my scans using the algorithm, and then I incorporate other tools like Fibonacci and other methodologies to pick out the two most opportune signals that I think have the best chance for producing a profitable trade outcome. And then we send those out to our members. Okay, so here's like an example of what that alert looks like. Exact Sciences, Artesian. So this was $750 on only 250 shares of EXAS, $950 on Team. These were only 1 and 2 day trades here. Here's some examples: XLC, SPXL. Again, these played out in only 2 days. $580 on XLC, over $1,300 on SPXL. Not only do you get the suggested entry, order type, profit target levels, and stop loss that the algorithm gives you for each of my weekly 2 top picks, you also get a supplemental option alert. So if you guys trade options in lieu of stock or ETFs, there's also a supplemental option alert. So on a long buy signal, we'll also supplement with a call option recommendation in these signals. Here's a couple more recent ones we sent out to our members. This was over a $6,000 profit potential on 250 shares in BLK in only 3 days. Cisco, 167.50, only 3 days. So again, not only do you get the stock of the ETF, but you also get the easy to follow instructions for options trades. Again, we send out 2 every single week on Monday evenings for that week. So that's over 100 opportunities each year just from my 2 weekly picks. So you get my top 2 weekly Zillion picks. We email them in your inbox every Monday evening. Okay. But you also get the Zillion dashboard. So I'm going to tell you how you can get access to this. And it will let you know at a glance whether to buy or sell. Okay. Ahead of time. So not right then and there, not yesterday, not a week ago. It'll tell you moving forward. The algorithm will let you know the most likely trend direction and whether to buy or sell up to 3 days of advance warning when applied to a daily chart. Now, I know there's probably a lot of intraday traders out there who, let's say, maybe trade off a 5-minute chart. You're going to have up to 15 minutes of advance notice of a pending trend reversal or trend continuation. Okay. This is an example on the S&P 500. Okay, the SPX, there is a buy signal. There's another buy signal. So we had 2 triggered signals on this chart and a really nice up move. That's 340 points just off those 2 triggered signals. I personally use these tools to make trades in my own personal account as well as in my hedge fund. Okay, I've used the trade trend indicator in a variety of markets. I trade equities, ETFs. I do a lot of futures trading. These are actual real money screenshots from my personal, it's now Schwab, used to be TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim account, trading futures using the trade trend indicator. Okay, over $8,000 profit in a day with over $27,000 in open profit, over $6,500 in a single day with just under $8,500 in open profit. These are real trades, guys, and there are going to be losing trades. Okay, so you can see I have those in there. What I want to point out is that the algorithm, the indicator, and the trailing stop component of the algorithm helps manage the trade and mitigate risk. So it helps get us out if the algorithm does not anticipate the trend to fully develop, cut our losses, and stick with the signals that fully develop into major trends. So you can see here that I have some, relatively small losses compared to my profitable positions that far outpace those. Again, this is what we call positive expectancy. So again, I'm gonna let you know how you can get access to all this momentarily, but you get the Zillion dashboard, you get the weekly trade alerts, and you get personal coaching. Okay, so I know we've covered a lot today, but I wish we had more than an hour together. But as our time kind of starts to come to an end here, I do hold weekly sessions. So every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern with our Altos members. So kind of like what we did today, we workshop different strategies, different indicators, the Zillion dashboard, all the incredible tools that we use to achieve consistent and profitable results in the markets. So we've covered a lot of ground. We've gone over step-by-step details of how the Zillion trading dashboard works, the tools that are available within it, hundreds of indicators, our 2 proprietary indicators, the trade trend indicator and the divergence cloud, and how to apply that to indicators like the Fibonacci tool. But really, there's nothing like discovering it for yourself. So I have a really special invitation for those of you watching today. I'm going to show you how to take advantage of Zillion for yourself. So we're going to start right here, right now, and launch out our Zillion trading dashboard for the Timing Research event today. So I'd like to invite you guys to become charter members. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity. It will put the power of Zillion in your hands. And my goal is to turn you guys into expert traders. If you're already an experienced trader, I want to help you reach the next level. And I'm going to help you guys spot trading and investment opportunities on your own. Okay. Because ultimately, our goal at Altos is to help our members become sufficient, right? We want you to be able to do all of this on your own and not have to, completely rely on somebody else. So to make your success happen as quickly as possible, we reveal every one of our special techniques and indicators to make what I've revealed to you guys today possible. And we don't hold anything back. So you get a lot here. Okay. And so when you join today, I'll show you what you can expect. You'll get access to my proprietary Zillion trading dashboard. Okay. So you'll be able to log in and use all the tools that we just looked at. It's all cloud-based, so it breaks down the entire market in less than 5 minutes a day, right? You can literally just, again, depending on your trading style, if you're an end-of-day trader like me, sit down at the end of the day when the market's closed, run your scan, look at your watch list, place your trades for the next trading session. If you're an intraday trader, great. You also get access to real-time data, so you get real-time streaming data. You get to log into the dashboard. You can go ahead and use everything we've demonstrated for you today in your trading. You can use the statistical tool that tells you historically the best days to place your trades. The system continuously updates, so you can watch all the potential trades go from red to yellow to green. You can log in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do it from any device, and the dashboard actually remembers your account. So, if you have multiple devices like, your phone, an iPad, and a desktop, right? You can do all your chart annotations. You can even place trades if you use the broker integration, and it remembers all that if you switch devices. But overall, you're going to get over $11,000 worth of trading secrets when you add it up. So you get unlimited access to our Zillion dashboard. Okay. You get my top 2 weekly Zillionaire alerts. Okay. These are the retail values that we normally sell these things for. You get my weekly live sessions. Again, those are every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You get personal coaching from me on a weekly basis on our live sessions. So I host these. And do all the market analysis. We look at signals together. I'm on that session live, and you have full access to me to ask questions, etc., on a weekly basis. You can ultimately learn to trade whatever market you're interested in: equities, ETFs, futures, forex, options. We do a lot of options, strategy as well on our weekly sessions. But you're also going to get our Zillionaire strategies on demand videos. So there's a whole members area where you're going to get up and running very quickly. So we'll get you set up on the dashboard, we'll get you your login, and you'll get access to the instructional videos that tell you how to use each of the features within the dashboard. You get my latest ebook, How to Create Risk-Free Trades, which goes through different money management methodologies and tactics to mitigate risk and even in some cases eliminate it from your trades. A really valuable package today, okay, over $11,000. And we've really designed this for anybody, right? So whether you're just starting out, we're here to help you shorten the learning curve to success, right? So you could be a beginner all the way up to a veteran trader. Okay, again, I've been trading over 2 decades, and I wish I had a lot of these tools, over 20 years ago when I first started out. If you work a full-time job, part-time, you're retired, we've really designed this to be as simple as possible so that you can spend as little time as you want or as much time as you want on your trading, and the rest of it doing other things that you love to do. We have traders in over 100 countries across the globe at Altos, so our members are spread across the world and over 100 countries, and it doesn't matter which country you live in, we'll get you guys set up. Doesn't matter what your account size is. Obviously, you decide what your risk tolerance is and your position sizing. We accept anyone from those who want to just be spoon-fed. They just want maybe they just want the weekly alerts that I pick and send out every Monday. That's fine. So if you want to be spoon-fed, we're here to do that for you. But we also offer the education, right? So you not only get all the tools, if you want to learn to be proficient and use them on your own, we help you do that as well. And I've seen tools that I don't even think come close to this. A lot of them are outdated in the hedge fund world. being sold to hedge funds for outrageous sums of money, 20 grand, 30 grand, even more. I've seen some sold for over 100 grand, just for an algorithm, right? That I don't think can hold a candle to this one. So compared to what I see, I think as a year of Zillion's easily worth 10 grand, based on the potential that it offers. Even 5 grand, I think is a steal. And in the future, we plan on setting the retail price at 5,000 per year for the Zillion dashboard. All right. And I think that's still a fair deal, but we're going to give you a much better opportunity to get today. Okay. We have a very special deal just for the timing research event today. And we're going to lower the price even more. All right. And we're going to take a huge percentage off, over $10,000 off the final list price. All right. So you're going to get this at an incredible discount. I'll show you momentarily how you can get that as well. But I want to recap real quick what's in the package. Unlimited access to Zillion, my top 2 weekly Zillionaire trade alerts, our weekly live sessions held every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, personal coaching from me on those sessions. My personal coaching normally starts at $19.97 and goes up from there, but you're going to get that as well in the package and help you be successful trading whatever market in time frame you're interested in trading. Okay, then you get the 2 bonuses as well, our Zillionaire Strategies on-demand video series, and our Altus Quick Start training, and in addition to my latest ebook. Again, valued at just under $12,000, okay, retail. But we are slashing this, again, big time today and offering it out at only $97 a month. So that's a 90% discount over the course of a year. Huge discount, incredible deal. And if you want to take advantage of one of the 25 seats we have available, the link is altostrading.com/Zillion. All right, so you can go to that link. After the 25 seats are taken, we will obviously still accept you as a member, but it will go back up to the retail price. So you'd have to buy each of these items in the package individually at the retail price. So to get the 90% discount, you can go to altostrading.com/Zillion. We also have an annual option and a lifetime option. So you'll see that when you get to the order page. You can select from 3 different options: monthly, annual, or lifetime. A lot of people want to just own this for life and not have a subscription. Perfectly fine. We have a killer deal for you guys on that as well. And you're grandfathered in, right? So let's say you go with the 97 monthly option, you'll never pay more than that, right? You're grandfathered in at that 90% discount for as long as you want to be a member. We don't have any contracts or commitments. You can cancel anytime. And with that, I know I kind of almost went up to the end here. I'm happy to take any questions, David, if any have come through and if there's time to answer those. I'll go ahead and throw up our contact information here shortly. And if I don't get to questions, you can always email us. But there are 25 charter memberships available, again, at the 90% discount. So all you have to do is go to that link below. Okay, you'll go to the secure checkout page. You can review everything you get as a charter member. I want to thank you guys for your time. I look forward to welcoming you as a charter member of the Zillion dashboard and working with you on a weekly basis moving forward. Here's our contact info, support at altostrading.com. You can also call us toll-free 800-895-9348. David, back to you, and happy to take any questions if there's time.
Looks like someone asked, do you have to buy a data feed in addition?
Great question. No, you do not have to buy the data feed. So the data is included. Only exception would be if you want like intraday futures data or intraday Forex data. We can get you set up with that. Like intraday Forex, it's super cheap. It's like $1 a month or something like that. It's very, very cheap. So those would be the only, I think, exceptions. Otherwise, no, there's no data feed. Not only that, you get the full TradingView library. So if any of you guys have TradingView accounts, and you become a Zillion member, you can actually just cancel your TradingView account and stop paying them the payment, because that's all included. So you get all the real-time data. If you use the broker integration, everything from your broker is just going to get ported over. So like a lot of our members use Thinkorswim or TradeStation and trade like intraday futures, and that data is all ported over. But yeah, good question.
A couple people asked about past track records, that sort of thing. Do you have that available?
We do. Yeah, you can go right on our website, altostrading.com. And actually, we have a track record under our trade alert section of our website that has, if you took every trade off the 2 weekly signals I sent out, you can go ahead and look and see exactly what those results are. They've been incredible. We've gone on some incredible win streaks from the 2 weekly alerts.
Okay, great. And I think we're out of time now. So
Great. Well, thanks for having me, David,
thanks,
and
Jeff.
thanks to all of you.